Hi guys, today's video is about children and adults. From my experience or from my point of view, children, they are very open still. So because we all have this light of our life in our heart, and children, they are born directly out of this life, and they shine still. Like you can see these children, they run around, they're very happy. A lot of people want to be around them because they're very spontaneous and very present, and as well, like when you have children, for example, or you spend time with children, you can see more the world through their eyes. So you see more the presence and also more like beauty of things. And so the children, they have more this light. They are more open and more receptive. They want to experience their world, they want to explore, they want to get to know the world, and by that they also get to know themselves, like who they are, for example. The thing is, children are not so stable, they are very influenced. So a big influence by them is their parents. And of course, if you have parents who have developed themselves, who are quite stable and who know how to feel their own borders, they can treat the children quite appropriately. But of course, nobody is perfect, and everybody has wounds and stuff like that. At least that's what we think we have. So we cannot raise the children perfectly, and they get ideas that are a bit difficult for them too. So they learn their own things, and they learn the rules of life by what the teacher teach them, by what the parents teach them, by what other children teach them. And the older we get, the more closed we get, because we get more and more ideas, we get more and more, like our brain or our mental thinking gets a bit more stuck, like we are less open for new things. This is just an example, or in general, we feel that we behave more like a certain way, we are less like spontaneous and present, and also we can less enjoy each and every moment. Also, a good example that for that is as well that we feel that the time passes quicker and quicker. This is because we are less present and we can live less in the moment. Like I remember as a child, it was like 6 weeks of summer holidays. They seem to be so long, like eternity. And now it's like, oh my God, 1 year passed already, or stuff like that. Or I also ask elder people, they say like, oh my God, am I already 60? I can't believe it, or something like that. So the time passes quicker, and this is also one experience we have, because we close up more and we live less and less in the present. So back to my topic, children and adults. As the children are quite open, I think on the one hand, we as more grown-ups, we can learn a lot from them. So we can learn to be more open, more present, and more joyful and playful too. Like for example, we learn with children, and when they play, we play, and then suddenly we have so much fun and we forget everything around us, for example, and we forget the time and what we have to do and all the worries about the future. So this is one thing we can learn from them. And also we can learn like to have a good intuition, because the children, they are more connected to their light and to this intuition within themselves that comes with the light. So they feel more what is right and wrong, and they also react to it. So I think, for example, children, they are a good way to learn how to be honest with yourself, because if you can reflect, and for example, if you tell the child something that is not true, the child will feel this, but tries to believe you because it's very open and very innocent as well in a way. So there's like a dissonance. So I think you can, they are a good example to try to feel more your intuition, and to try to be more open and honest as well, and try to feel what your inner child says or what your inner presence says, because they are the same as the children's one. So yeah. The children, they can inspire you to be more honest, to be try to be a good person too, because I believe that everybody in their heart are very good and are love actually. And children, I don't know whether some they are very bad or something like that from the beginning, I'm not sure, but this still, I think this love or this goodness is in the very essence, or is even deeper. So you can learn from the children to believe more in the good and to support them as well in these aspects. So to try to be a good person, to try to do good, because of course there's the light, we are all loved, but also there are like, I believe as well that when you do good, more good comes to you, and this is also what I experience, and that in the end the good things they win, no matter how the situation might look sometimes, but it's just something that you can do for yourself, for you as an individual, or also for children when you're around them, to support them in this goodness. So what can we teach the children? We can teach them to feel our boundaries, because I think this is a good or a very necessary, in the education, a very necessary point, that you as an adult, you feel where are your boundaries. Or also I think it's okay to feel emotions or to express them, to say, for example, to the child, this makes me angry, or I don't want that, or I need like some time now, or something like that, because the child needs to feel also the boundaries of other person in order to grow socially, for example. Because loving a children does not mean do everything for them, make them feel so comfortable and so happy so that they have no problems, because sooner or later they probably will have the problems in school or whatever, or with a job, like with a boss or whatever, because they have not learned like boundaries. Of course, I don't want to say I'm perfect or I could do this perfectly or everything. No, I don't want to say this at all. I just want to say that there are some things you can learn, or you can reflect on, or maybe this helps you to see the children in a different way, or to see your inner child as well in a different way, and to see you as an adult in a different way. Yes, I think we can also teach them some values or some things, how they can grow up appropriately, because like the child needs, of course, this intuition and this love and everything, but still it has to also have a good place in this society. So I think this is like one value that you can teach. It's like you need good grades, you need like to find a appropriate job. Of course, always something that the child loves as well. There has to be like kind of a compromise, but the child, I think, has to learn to like really, on the one hand, be connected to the intuition and to what they really want, and on the other hand, also be a member of society. So how to do this? I think for a lot of people this seems a little bit contradictory, because a lot of people think like what they deeply feel they cannot express in our society. They feel like helpless and stuff like that. So this is where spirituality comes in, because at the one hand you need like, I think, this connection to life, to the light in your heart, and on the other hand you need to be like this open and also more like a child in our society. And this is something I learned from I personally from Living Tao, which is Dzogchen, and it's like that like all this beautiful life is there. You just have to connect with it. So I personally can recommend you to do this. It's also for me the quickest and the deepest way that I found. Like I read a lot of spiritual books, or some, and I visited some teachers and stuff like that. So, but nothing could really really help me actually, but this. So this is also why I share this a lot. It's not because I'm sponsored or anything, but just because it's like a truth that you can find. So I hope this video inspires you to see maybe the children a different way, yourself a different way. also your inner child. And I wish you a beautiful day, and until next time.